media, the general public, the general and special invitees. Welcome to GBTI's booth at the International Building Expo 2024. With me today I have Ms. Priya Mahandio, the Chief Commercial Officer of GBTI, and the Honorable Minister within the Ministry of Housing, Ms. Susan Rodriguez. At GBTI today, at the booth, we're launching our GBTI HomeStart Advantage Account. This account was created with home ownership in mind. It was created to bring to fruition the government's home dream realize campaigns, where persons are starting their journey of home ownership. And at GBTI, we want to bring this dream to fruition. We have been working with the ministry over the years, and as we've seen the struggle for home ownership, where persons, with financing and starting their journey of home ownership from the process of applying for a home loan, then getting a contractor, building and all that, we at GBTI, we want to do our part. We know the ministry is doing their part with providing lots, and lots of persons, when they receive this lot, they then struggle with financing. And this account, the HomeStart Advantage Account, is really about preparing you for the journey of home ownership. This account has many benefits, which I know the Ms. Priya Mahandio will explain on, will expand on. And I know persons today at this expo will come and sign up for this account. It really is the account for persons that are serious about this journey of home ownership. So before keeping you further, I will invite Ms. Priya Mahandio, the Chief Commercial Officer, to expand on the HomeStart Advantage Account with the GBTI.
Thank you, Pernell. Honorable Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, fellow members of GBTI, ladies and gentlemen, valued customers, good afternoon. It is with immense pride and excitement that I stand before you at this year's International Building Expo, a significant event that brings together visionaries, innovators, and leaders in the housing and construction industries. This expo not only symbolizes progress, but also embodies the shared dreams of many individuals and families, the dream of home ownership. At GBTI, we understand that home ownership is more than just a financial goal. It represents stability, security, and the foundation for building a future filled with memories. As a key partner in the government housing initiative, we are deeply committed to helping every Guyanese achieve their dream. Today, I am thrilled to introduce our latest innovation in financial services, the HomeStart Advantage Savings Account, a product designed to make the journey of home ownership more accessible and more achievable from the very start. This savings account is not just another banking product. It's a strategic financial goal that allows customers to systematically save towards their housing loan from the earliest stage, right from the moment they apply for a house lot. We have designed this account with a deposit-only feature to encourage consistent savings, ensuring that our customers are well prepared when the time comes to make their payment. One of the features of the HomeStart Advantage Savings Account is the predetermined monthly deposit, which will be calculated in consultation with our dedicated loan officers. This personalized approach ensures that savings accumulate steadily over time so that when the Central Housing and Planning Authority is ready to allocate your house lot, you'll have your equity saved and ready to make the necessary payment. The benefits of this account are substantial. We're offering a 100% waiver on application fees, a 25% discount on negotiation fees, and up to 100,000 cash back once your loan is approved and disbursed. So this means whatever amount you have saved we're going to give you 5% as a cash back on that amount. This account is also designed to help potential homeowners save for legal fees, bank fees, and even costs for insurances. When you're acquiring a home, there are a number of costs that comes with that. And so we're preparing you to gear up for that when that time comes. We understand the journey to homeownership can sometimes feel overwhelming. That is why we've ensured that this account is built with convenience and security in mind. Debit transactions are restricted, allowing you to focus solely on savings, while our Go Banking platform provides you with seamless access to monitor and add to your savings at any time. The HomeStart Advantage Savings Account complements the low interest rates already available at GBTI through our young professional and low-income mortgage programs, as well as our Dream Big Housing campaign. That's a campaign we're currently running. It goes until October 31st. By now, everybody knows that at the end of this campaign, one lucky winner gets the chance to win this brand new SUV that's sitting behind of us. Through these initiatives, GBTI is making home loan financing more affordable and accessible, reinforcing our commitment to supporting the government's effort in the housing sector. This product is not only just about savings, but it's building a relationship with you, our valued customers, early in the process. By doing so, we position ourselves as your trusted financial partner, ensuring a steady flow of mortgage support when the time comes. As we launch the HomeStart Advantage Savings Account today, we affirm our commitment to making homeownership achievable for every Guyanese. These products align with our broader mission of driving sustainable growth while supporting the aspirations of our customers. In closing, I invite each of you to take advantage of the HomeStart Advantage Savings Account and embark on your journey to home ownership with confidence. At GBTI, we're dedicated to turning your dreams of owning a home into reality, and we look forward to partnering with you every step of the way. Thank you.
I remember as a child, at the Olympics, when we were running in the streets, we would always start the race. Someone would be in the race and have maybe a 10 meter start. We call that arch, right? For those that in our younger days. So this account will give you edge in the home ownership, in the dream to home ownership. So I encourage you all to sign up for the GBTI HomeStart Advantage account. Think about the cash back. Think about the free application fees, the discounted negotiation fees, all that. Who doesn't want an account with up to $100,000 cash back when building a new home? So sign up to the account. And I now invite the Honorable Minister to come say a few words.
Chief Commercial Officer of GBTI, Colonel, other staff of GBTI, visitors, members of the media. I'm indeed pleased to be joining GBTI this afternoon for the launch of this HomeStart Advantage Savings Facility that the bank is offering to its customers. I'm even more pleased that GBTI is one of the few private institutions or one of the few members of the private sector who keeps evolving as our economy keeps growing. And that is precisely what President Ali and his entire government has been doing since we returned to office, trying to inspire the private sector to work now at government space and to keep evolving their services and products so that the consumers, our people, Guyanese people, can benefit from the fruits of our economy. So, firstly, I'd like to congratulate GBTI on a fantastic job over the last 4 years in answering the call of government. And this is not a new attitude of GBTI, because I was doing some research earlier today, and the bank has been quite pioneering from the time of its inception in 1987, when GBTI opened its first branch at Water Street. Incidentally, that's the first branch that I opened my first account with when I was 17 years old, and you sent me back and said I have to be 18 years old to open an account. So I remember walking into the bank with $20,000, and I was 17 years old, and they denied me the account because I didn't reach of age. Fortunately for me, I had 1 month left before my 18th birthday, so I promptly went back and opened my account. Is it still 18? You have to, still 18 years old. Okay, so they've been pioneering since they first opened their doors in 1987, incidentally the same year I was born, and had the first ATM, introduced the first ATM in 1994 in our country, and the first drive-through ATM in 2010, and the first bank in Regions 1 and Region 9. So GBTI has a history and a track record of being the first at many things, being pioneers in the banking sector. And we see that same attitude reflected even today and over the past few years as we called on them to evolve their services, to improve services to the people of our country. They have certainly answered the call. I remember having a meeting early when we took office in 2020. I met with several of the banks, and we explained to them how we wanted to operate, what's going to be our management style in these 5 years in office, and that we're going to be on the ground a lot and taking our Dream Realize events across the country. And we asked them to join us, and they did. And they've been present at every single public Dream Realize event that we have had, and they've taken their services on the road as well and have been present and serving people in their communities. And historically, banks have been a very intimidating place for people to go. They tell you as much. They say they're scared to go into the banks because it's so sterile, and they're intimidated by the men and women in suits when they go into the banks. So they feel more comfortable coming in settings like this, like what we have here at the Building Expo and what we would have at the stadium or in the regions. And they come and people collect their information and they plan for their future. And here again is another opportunity, the HomeStart Advantage Savings Facility, which offers Guyanese the opportunity to plan ahead. Because personally, I can tell you that there are people who sometimes wait several years for a house lot. And they're always waiting on this call. And then out of the blue, the call comes. And when it comes, you have a period of time to respond to the offer. And if you don't respond within that period of time, it is taken that you are not interested or that you have declined the offer. Because when you receive that first letter, it's an offer. So you have to come to us, accept the offer, and make a down payment. And many times, people don't have that down payment in the time that is required. And so this facility will give them the opportunity from the moment they apply for a house lot to start saving, and will help to keep them disciplined, because as I heard when the Chief Commercial Officer, Ms. Mohandeo, was speaking, she said it's a deposit-only facility, so it helps you to be disciplined in saving for your house lot. And some people have a lot of problems with that discipline. They say it. They say, you know, I have this money now, I want to pay it now, otherwise I don't trust myself, I might spend it all. So this is an opportunity for them to get some assistance in saving, but also helps them to plan, because when they see that money in the bank growing, it will encourage them to save even more. And then once they get that house lot, they'll be able to pay for it. Then they'll be able to move on to the next level of their relationship with GBTI, because you will go from this first initial savings account to applying for your mortgage and building on that relationship so that you can become a homeowner. And we've been very adamant that our main focus is not just on the distribution of land, but on promoting homeownership. And so this is a fantastic opportunity for people to start saving for their house lot and building a relationship with this bank so that they can move on to homeownership once they receive their land and they are ready to construct their homes. And we have had several other initiatives that from the public sector perspective, initiatives to encourage homeownership. You know that we have removed the VAT on many building materials. We have collaborated with GBTI and other financial institutions to reduce interest rates, making homeownership more affordable. We have several tax incentives, including the mortgage interest relief, the ceiling which we have raised since we came back into government. And this one initiative alone is so impactful that unless you are a recipient of it, you don't realize how much of a difference it makes. In 2023 alone, the refund from the mortgage interest relief benefited 5,432 Guyanese, totaling $812 million that was refunded to those homeowners by the GRA. So that is a significant saving for homeowners who can take advantage of these incentives. We also recognize that some people, when they do acquire their house lot, that they had some difficulty starting to construct their homes. They may approach the bank. Some banks have no requirement for equity payment. Some banks do. And so the steel and cement subsidy was introduced to help people to offset that initial equity payment, helping them, again, another initiative from the government of Guyana to help them to begin construction on their homes. And all of these initiatives have had tremendous impact in our economy, and we see it every 6 months when we have mid-year reports, and every year when we have the annual reports. From last year to this year, we had a 26.8% growth in the construction sector, a 22.5% increase in mortgage and real estate loans. In the year 2022, it was 9.8%, so it more than doubled in 2023. And this simply means that more people are accessing financing and the economy is growing, and more people are having access to homeownership, which is what President Ali and the Ministry of Housing have been working so hard over the last 4 years to encourage. And we have had tremendous success with the local banks who have responded, some more than others. And so I commend GBTI for answering the call and for evolving their services to suit their customers. And all of this is as a result of good policy. President Ali last night took about an hour to try to explain to people about the story of housing. And I'm not sure that many people understand, because it is so magnificent and grand that it's hard for people to comprehend, because it's so much that has changed in the last 30 years. And so he very appropriately went back to the 90s and addressed what the situation was like when we took office in 1992. This 200 squatter settlements that we found. There was no housing policy, no housing program, no structured approach to home ownership. And with little to no money, the housing program was started. And the rules or the policy that governs the housing program in Guyana was formed since then, and it never changed. It continued up until now, 2024, which is to benefit low-income people mostly, low, moderate, and middle-income people, and allowing people to become landowners in structured communities with infrastructure, where you pay a heavily subsidized price for your land, and the moment that you occupy it, you have doubled and tripled your net worth. That has always been the driving policy, to be able to transfer wealth to people through home ownership and to empower them with financial freedom that comes with home ownership. So that has never changed. We have never faltered in that regard. And you could look at GBTI's progress alone. Forget the progress that we've made in government for a second, because it's so much to absorb when you listen to the story of housing from the 90s and how we've evolved and how we've grown in the past 20, 25, 30 years. If you just look at GBTI as an institution that has benefited from good public policy. I was looking at some articles earlier today, and I was looking at some of the headlines a few years ago. The headlines that we were accustomed to in 2017 was GBTI after tax profit dropped by 358 million in first half of the year. In 2019, GBTI after tax profit dips at half year. It's 2019. And you know the period I'm talking about, when there was no proper housing policy, where people were not getting access to house lots, where people were not accessing loans to build their homes. And then a stark difference once we took office in 2020. GBTI records exceptional performance in 2022, 2.3 billion in net income. GBTI nets 3 billion profit in 2023. GBTI's loan portfolio grew by 18% in 2023. And this year, their mid-year report says this: during the first half of the year ended June 30th, 2024, the bank and its subsidiary recorded a profit after tax of 1.799 million compared to 1.415 million for the corresponding period, representing an increase of 27% in the first 6 months of 2024. Total assets also grew from 186 billion to 209 billion, a solid increase of 12%. The bank's improved performance is influenced by an improving loan and investment portfolio, as well as favorable market conditions. We anticipate a similar trend for the rest of the year as the local economy continues to grow. Who sets the local market conditions? The government. The government does that. So everyone can participate in this growing economy. And we're just talking about one institution, how good policy can improve one institution and can show and can record incredible growth. And it's the same thing we want for every single Guyanese. If these opportunities are understood and people can respond and take advantage of all of the opportunities as a result of the investment that government is making and as a result of our policy making, everyone can have that kind of success and growth in their lives. And that's why it's important for people to understand what the big vision, is, what the goal is of the government. And we've been unwavering in that regard. And we've said repeatedly that the main focus of everything that we're doing is that every single Guyanese must prosper. And government cannot do it alone. And that is why we rely on the private sector. And we look forward to public-private partnerships like this, so that more and more people can have opportunities, more and more people can have access to services that will improve their lives. So it takes a collective effort. And I thank GBTI for recognizing that there is a need, for recognizing that they have a part to play, not just in increasing their own portfolio, but in contributing to our country, contributing to our economy, contributing to the development of the lives of their clients and customers. So I thank you for all of the initiatives, not just this one. I thank you also for the response that people have been getting when they visit the bank. And people do give reviews. They tell ministers a lot that whatever their experience is, and people have been reporting that, when they go to the bank now, the attitude is different. It's a more inviting environment, and it encourages them to engage with your officers so that they can explore all of the facilities and products that they can use to their advantage. So congratulations to GBTI and on all of your employees on the outstanding work that you all do, and thank you for your service to our country. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. And I do invite all the parties milling around that have applied for a house lot or have received their title to come into the booth, and you could register for the HomeStart Advantage account today. Remember, it's cash back. You also get pre-approved mortgages. You get 100% discount on the application fee, 25% discount on the negotiation fee, and right now you stand a chance to win a brand new Toyota Race with the drive home to your dream home today with GBTI. So thank you for coming.
Let's go. All right.